Hi.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Thanks all for coming. So this is Winke Gieseman. My name is Johan Stocking. We are the founders of the Things Industries, and we are super excited to be here today. Welcome everyone. Also welcome everyone watching the live stream today. We have people here from 70 different countries, so that's great. Everyone made the effort to come to Amsterdam again. Thanks all for coming.
Great, it's very excited that everybody is here. We started this event as a side project in 2018, and it's got a little bit out of hand, and now we have every year 1,000 people from all across the world here, and of course also together with the great partners that all contribute by taking a sponsorship, by having a booth. So thanks a lot to all these sponsors, so a hand of applause for them. So the theme of this conference is the total cost of ownership of IoT. What you've seen is that the IoT industry has matured. So maybe a few years ago, or 5 or 6 years ago, we were talking about return on investment because we needed to convince our customers, our partners, the industry about the return on investment of IoT. Now, I think at least half of the people in this room know how to make money with IoT. So either you know how to make money with IoT, or you're now sitting next to somebody that knows how to make money with IoT. So learn from each other at this event. We want to focus this event on the total cost of ownership because the cost actually determine and the structure of the cost in how fast you can scale this, so how fast you can grow. So this event is about total cost of ownership and about IoT scale.
So the common denominator, the technology that brings us all together in one way or the other, is LoRaWAN. And so for those who are new to the ecosystem, LoRaWAN is a protocol for communicating with end devices, typically sensors, but it can also be actuators that are using very little power. So they can be battery-driven or using a solar panel. It's a wireless communication standard, and it's an open protocol. So everyone can implement it. You can get it certified, your end device solution, and there's no permission required to join the ecosystem.
So a little bit of an update how things are going at the Things Industries. So this event is organized by our company, the Things Industries, and we provide a global platform for device makers, solution makers, and network builders to easily build a LoRaWAN solution or network anywhere in the world. And we measure our success by how many devices that are connected through our platforms around the world. And we've grown this year around 60% to now 2.3 million devices across all the different platforms. And that's a massive growth that we've seen by our customers. And if you take into account that installing and buying and everything that you need to add to the cost of one device, it adds up to around the total cost of ownership of $300. So you see what a massive effort this is by the ecosystem that we support.
The other important metrics is the number of messages that they send. So these devices, as Winke says, they are deployed somewhere in the field, and they are typically, like I said, they are low power, so they are not continuously transmitting data. They are often listening for events or watching a sensor, then they wake up, and they send a message. And together, they send roughly 4.5 billion messages in a month. So we are pumping 1,700 messages per second through our systems. And that's what we do. That's what basically our day job is, making sure that that whole network runs.
Great. And we also see that the LoRaWAN technology and our platform is adopted anywhere in the world, literally from customers we have in Chile that are doing air quality monitoring in mines to companies that support farms in New Zealand that track cows across large fields. So the differentiation and the distribution of the usage of the platform is immense across a lot of different countries and a lot of different verticals. So we see this growth, but so where is the future growth coming from? And just a friendly reminder on kind of why we're all so excited about IoT. So we all know that IoT is a fragmented market. So let's say that you have all these niches that you can find, and you see the diversity here in the show as well. So if you just zoom into, let's say, facility management, And within facility management, you are surprised with even more niches of solutions that you can provide with IoT. So let's move into refrigerator monitoring. So if you only zoom into that market and then only into the geography of the United States, you already see that there are 8 million refrigerators in the United States, taking a total cost of ownership of $300 per asset. We're talking already about a 2.4 billion market. So in the niche of a niche of a niche in a specific geography, you already can find these immense markets that you can unlock if you build the right and smart solution. And this is just a reminder of everybody. There's so many of these interesting pockets in the market, and this is also what drives this growth. And if you look at our customers, and we did an analysis on where they operate in these niches, you see that it's very, very diverse as well. And if you go to the solution wall of fame and the device wall of fame that you saw when you entered the show, you see also that all these different devices are tailoring different solutions. What we also did is that we're helping new customers and existing customers with inspiration. So we're trying to build some structure and give inspiration to a partner portal, and looking at all kinds of solutions you can build with these devices. If you want to know more about that, Felix from our team is at the booth, and you can join that partner ecosystem or get inspiration there. So what we see, the facts on our platform, we see the 60% year-on-year growth. We see the rationale behind that. It's made very obvious that this IoT market is only going to grow faster. And there's also analysts who have notoriously been also very, very optimistic by predicting billions of connected devices, but there's also some consistency there. So the consensus is there's around 20% year-on-year growth of the IoT market in the 5 years to come. And it's very interesting. We have them here. So we have Sajayit, he will talk from IoT Analytics. Go find him here at the show. Beecham Research, Robin is here as well. He has some similar data to show. And Matt from Transforma Insight is here as well. And he's also predicting that the LP1 market is growing around 90% year on year over the next year. So kind of like we're here at the right place at the right time. We have the data that markets grows. We have the data that will grow into the future. We just have to go to work. So the other thing is AI. It's the next hype. I think people in the IoT industry for very long, we also had an IoT hype 10 years ago. And there's something very interesting what we see happening. And of course, it's now at the peak of the hype, edge AI and generative AI. And what you will see is a paradigm shift where we are moving from humans as being the main consumer of data to AI being the main consumer of data and processing it. And of course, what we're doing in IoT, we're disclosing telemetry data out of operations and making sense of it. So what we see when the hype will be over and on the midterm is something that there's a really, really good match between what LoRaWAN delivers with regards to data pipe and what AI needs.
So what AI needs is data, high-quality data, structured data that is filtered, contextualized, and proprietary. You need to own it. You need to have a license on it. And that is exactly what LoRaWAN data is. And so we really see a really good match between all the investments that are now going in AI and the demand for high-quality data. And we already have this ecosystem. We made all the preparations. If you look at a data stream that comes out of the Things stack, it is exactly that clean data feed that is very useful for both AI training as well as inferencing. So how do we manage that growth? So this is a bit about our product, but first look at the whole solution. I think most of you are familiar with this. Typically, a LoRaWAN solution looks like this. There are end devices. They are covered by LoRa gateways, and gateways are connected to a network server. And then you have a customer application that is getting data from the network server and sending data back. In our case, this network server is what we call the Things stack, but the Things stack is a lot more than just a LoRaWAN network server. We have a couple of other components that I will explain a bit on today. And here you see on the left the gateway device ecosystem. We have a device repository where this biggest structured database of LoRaWAN devices with the information of thousands of different LoRaWAN devices with all their settings and their profiles. We support all the LoRa gateways that are out there in the market. And on the application integration side, we have all kinds of integrations with IoT platforms, but also getting access, streaming data, for example, through webhooks or MQTT. And the Think stack can be deployed in different ways. So we have an open source distribution, we have a sandbox for the community network, but we also have our cloud, that's our flagship product, and we have enterprise for private cloud. And it's not just the product that we build. We are an IoT service company, so we provide the product, but we also host it, we provide support, we are feature complete in LoRaWAN, and we have a very good support team also to help you out with any questions that you have. And so this is what we do, this is what we see as our scope also to reduce the TCO of our users and customers. And we have a very high velocity, so we have a subscription-based model, and that means also that you can expect that we don't only keep the service up and running with very good availability under SLA, but also that you can expect us to be improving our product. And so that's what we do. Every 3 to 4 weeks, we have a new release of the Think stack, and we update our cloud infrastructure all the time. So you can go to our GitHub, for instance. It's very transparent. You can see all the features that we have in the pipeline, in the milestones, and you can find the new features in the changelog and also in our documentation. So this has been ongoing in the last 4 years since we introduced the Think stack v3. And what's new? So I want to highlight a few things that we released since the previous conference. And the first thing is almost a year of work. That's the new console. So, thanks. So we had it's a whole new redesign, new navigation. We have really nice dashboards where you have immediate insight in how your gateways are doing, how your applications are doing, and end devices. We have search, especially useful for larger deployments, and we have notifications where you have one view of all the things you need to know as a network administrator. So this is just what it looks like. You see here on the top left, the overview screen. You have charge with activity, and for an end device, for example, data. It's really tightly connected with the device repository I just mentioned. So we know a lot about these devices. We know not only what it looks like, but also the profile, a data sheet. You can see if there's anything going on, and also you can see the latest payload that this device saw. For the gateway, we have similar views. We have a lot of insight in what the channel performance is, where it is, the packets per data rate that the gateway is seeing. So this is all right at your fingertips in the new version of the Think stack. We also have a tier for more professional use even than just the Think stack Cloud, and this is what we call Cloud Plus. And there we have an extended version of the Network Operations Center. So that is a dashboard that you can use as a network administrator to see the health of applications and devices, and also see which devices are covered by which gateways. And that helps you really in your decision making on whether you need to change your deployment or need to make some adjustments, install gateways, move gateways, things like that. We also have a feature to retry webhooks. For instance, if you're on your infrastructure, you have maintenance, you are down for an hour or so, you can enable this feature as a Cloud Plus user, and we queue all the data and we send it to you, so you don't miss any LoRaWAN frames. And finally, we released an alerting feature that allows you to get SMS, text message, and email alerts, and also webhook alerts when something is off with your deployment, for example, when a gateway goes down. Finally, we are announcing the Kubernetes support for the Think stack Enterprise. So the Think stack Enterprise is a version of our platform that we also use in the Think stack Cloud that customers can use in their private cloud. And this could be their own Amazon account or their own Azure account. It can also be government cloud or an on-premise deployment. And that gives you all the flexibility, all the features of the Think stack really in the way you want to have it in your own infrastructure. So that's what we did only last year. a new console, a new plan for the things stack, and support for Kubernetes that we have currently in testing. It's already available for testing today. And then there's one more thing that we're super excited about. I want to go back first to this slide, where you have typical topology with a gateway and a network server. And what we see very often is that a gateway is seen as part of the network, but it's also sometimes quite painful to set this up. So I'm very excited. Mink is very excited.
Very excited as well.
Not only us, but also our entire company to announce the Things Indoor Gateway Pro. This is our next generation managed LoRaWAN gateway that is fully cloud managed and has true zero-touch provisioning. So I have the first unit here. It's very small, and actually you will be able to see it on the wall just when you leave this talk. This is what it is. Yeah, it has a backplate that you can use to mount this on the wall or on the ceiling. You can just click it, USB-C powered. But that's not everything. There is no local interface. There's no way to configure this thing. Everything is through the cloud. And that means that it has a cellular data plan that's included. So it comes with a subscription, and the subscription is for data, for LoRaWAN traffic, but also for remote management. And through that remote management, you can configure Wi-Fi and Ethernet. So you do that all right in the thing stack. There's no need to fiddle with cables or having a wireless access point or something like that. This is not only Wi-Fi Ethernet configuration, but also other device management. We do firmware updates. It has two external antennas, one for cellular, one for LoRa. And it has really a seamless integration with the thing stack. So we built everything right into the thing stack. I find it quite user-friendly to see. It's white label, so it's also nice to have this somewhere in a space where you can see it, and it's quite an anonymous device. And it's very cost-effective, but we will get into that into pricing in a bit. And going back to this total cost of ownership thing and see how this relates to that story, is that you no longer have to subscribe to a cellular plan, because we did that for you. All the gateways come with a SIM card inserted, and you only need to power it on, and it just connects. Firmware updates, they come automatically. We will make settings also to control this a bit, but installation is just a matter of 5-6 seconds, and it automatically reboots. There's no need to configure the device, really, so everything goes through our cloud. It also automatically reboots when there's something wrong. It has Wi-Fi, Ethernet, and cellular, and that means that it can use all three for remote management and also for the thing stack. So when there's something wrong with Ethernet or Wi-Fi or cellular, it will automatically switch back to another backhaul and reconnect immediately. Wi-Fi is the same thing. You can configure Wi-Fi right from the thing stack, and you can apply these Wi-Fi settings also to multiple gateways at once if you have multiple gateways in the same building, for instance. So you don't have to enter Wi-Fi credentials all the time. The configuration with the thing stack is also powered by the whole claiming process and adding the gateway. This will automatically configure the gateway to your thing stack environment. And this not only works in cloud, but also in sandbox, enterprise, and even open source. And monitoring, that's what we do. So we are monitoring all the gateways just like we monitor our infrastructure. So the only thing you have to do really as a user is just connect it to power and register the device in the thing stack. We also have a full integration with our NOC, with the Network Operations Center. It just appears as any other gateway, but we're going to add a lot of metrics also that are specific to this gateway.
Yeah, so we're very, very excited about this product. And what we try to do is to take as many jobs away from the LoRaWAN solution builder as possible and make them focus on what makes their solution special. And that's not the gateway or our platform. You'll just get that from us out of the box. But this also includes logistics. So we partnered with third-party logistics companies, and what we have created is a warehousing architecture, where it's also possible for you to do deployments with high concurrency. So what we see if we talk to IoT companies, that sometimes they're excited about a project, but only after 12 months they're going to go and buy something, and then they want something very fast, because you can't, if you're going to roll out to, let's say, 1,000 restaurants in your country with a facility management solution, you don't want to wait for a year. So through our platform, we also make sure that you can upload the addresses of the premises, and we directly ship them to you. And we'll get to how easy the installation is. And this also means that you don't need a technician to install it, or somebody that has IT knowledge. And we do this in the US. We're shipping from today, Canada, and Europe.
So then, demo time. Michael is next door in the Wall of Fame, and he's going to show you how easy it is to install this gateway.
Hi guys, it's very loud here, but I'm just here installing the gateway for you. Just remove this cap, plug in the USB-C, and then just place on the wall. Simple as that. Back to you, Johan and Vinke.
Thanks, Michael.
So that's how easy it is, and this is really, I think, one of the main design principles in this whole process is that we try to decouple the actual physical installation of the gateway from configuring it and making it work in the Think stack. And very often, all the gateways currently have to go through someone who is managing the LoRaWAN network and needs to configure it, and then the gateways are shipped to the site where they're going to be used. But part of the whole provisioning process, and also the way we set up the logistics, is that you can enter the address where these gateways need to go, and then anyone basically, with being able to drill 2 holes, is able to install the gateway and just connect it to power. So gateways come with a subscription. That's for the cellular data, but also for remote management. And if you buy the gateway through our shop, through this Think shop, everything is managed automatically, because the gateways are scanned as part of the logistics, and we know we can identify and we can relate the gateway to your account. If you have a gateway via another means, via a fulfillment partner, for instance, you can scan the QR code that's on the gateway, and then you can set up the subscription. So we make that very easy for you. Like I said, we have a full integration in the Think stack. So we built this whole UX specifically for this gateway. And this allows you to configure Wi-Fi, for example, right from the Think stack. So you can apply a profile that you set before, in this case of our company Wi-Fi, for instance, and you can use it for this gateway. And then you see here in the overview all the connections that the gateway has at this moment. So in this case, it's connected to our gateway controller that we use for remote management and for the Think stack. Both via cellular, but it also has Wi-Fi and Ethernet. So if the gateway restarts, or if there's something with the mobile network, it will use Wi-Fi or Ethernet.
Yeah, and we're able to offer this at a disruptive pricing. In Europe, the gateway is sold for 130 euros, and after that it's 50 euros a year. In the US, it's $150, and after that it's $60 a year. And this includes the data plan, includes the gateway management, and of course you get the gateway. So if you then kind of go back to the theme of this conference, it's if you look at the total cost of ownership of, for instance, 5 years, in Europe it's already less than 400 euros for 5 years. We have many customers that 400 euros over 5 years, that's only the SIM card bill. So we believe that this is a true enabler for all the device makers and all the solution builders and people that want to get into LoRaWAN right now. This is really a great component. So next to this pricing, of course, it's not only the total cost of ownership, but also we're taking away the overhead of doing kind of large deployments at scale, because we're taking away so much tasks that you don't have to scale up that much, for instance, to do on-site provisioning or all kinds of other overhead tasks that come with an IoT solution. So You can get it starting from today. If you order it, you will get the gateway in 1 or 2 weeks. You can connect it to your ThinkStack cloud, and then we will start shipping next week. So we're super excited about this, and we love to hear what you think. You can try it out at our booth, and so for that, all our announcements. What to expect from this conference? Many partners are here, and we're not the only one that's launching new product. There's a lot of new product launches, which is kind of always the case at the Things conference. You can find many new devices at the Wall of Fame. You've seen them when you entered. It looks very, very nice, and take a look there. We've highlighted a lot of different solutions on the solution wall. Take a look at that as well. We have many partners announcing new products. Tuvami is launching a very nice small new sensor. M-Climate, who's very good at building management and building all kinds of LoRaWAN solutions around that, is created a new actuator, a switch that can be controlled by LoRaWAN. Blink is here. We just announced with them LoRaWAN support for their platform. Miromiko is launching a multi-connectivity gateway with different sensors, but also LoRa sub-gigahertz and LoRa's 2.4 gigahertz. I love the e-labels from ROG Wireless, and they also announced that they're going to open source the design, so really kind of like a lot of potential for collaboration. Blues is going to launch a new LoRa card on their platform, so they have all kinds of connectivity things. Last year, we announced connectivity with LoRaWAN through space, with Lacuna, that comes with our platform integrated. And now they did something very cool. They combined something called a LoRaWAN relay and satellite connectivity. And they've created this device that basically relays any LoRaWAN message for any compatible LoRaWAN device to a satellite. I think this is super exciting because basically it enables any LoRaWAN device to talk to your platform through a satellite. So that's cool. MikroTik is going to launch a 2.4 gigahertz and sub-gigahertz dual band sensor. Murata and Semtech have partnered to build a module using their modem E technology, and Dracula is launching their showcasing their photovoltaic solar panels. So that's a lot, and this is not even everything. So and then of course don't forget all the networking, all the nice talks. We're gonna have this party tonight, so check your email. You need to sign up for that. So that said, enjoy the conference. Share your experience here, but maybe also online, and have a great time. Thank you very much.
Want a gateway?